Hello, this is Pete, or Kenshin1913, and along with
Mom.
And this is another Cooking with Kenshin1913. What are we making today?
We're making pasta alla Cretella.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a very simple recipe. Actually, the person who created it is a friend of Peter's,
Yeah.
and
Cretella.
we have been making it for several years. So what you need is pancetta. Pancetta is a non-cured bacon. We happen to buy it in these little pieces, all chopped up, but you can get it in a grocery store chopped like this, or it'll come like just in a roll, and you can buy it really as much as you want, half a pound, quarter of a pound. So these here are 4 ounces each, so we're actually using 8 ounces of pancetta. Garlic, 5 or more cloves, a red onion, and usually we use a red onion because it's a little sweeter and a little milder than a white onion. If you don't have a red onion, you can use a white onion. It's not going to make that much of a difference. Crushed tomato sauce and crushed hot red pepper. And the pasta that you're going to be using is called Bucatini, and it is like a spaghetti, a little thicker, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but it has a small hole in the middle.
Yeah.
So the first thing that we're going to do, because this dish comes together pretty quickly, is you want to start your pasta water.
Right. So we got our water going.
Get your water boiling, and you really don't need to use any additional oil because the oil that's going to be rendered from the pancetta will be enough. So we're going to get our pan hot. What I'm going to do is to start to put our pancetta in here. And what you want to do is to get it nice and crispy brown.
Right.
That's where all your flavor comes in.
You don't have to, but
this here, we found this pancetta chopped up in one of the grocery stores, and it's just it's a little faster when you want to do this, so you don't have to sit and cut the pancetta into little cubes, because this is how you want it. You want it in little chunks.
So we're gonna let this cook for about 5 to, until it starts turning a little brown. Then we'll but we have things to do.
And we're going to be using our new wooden spoon.
Yeah, we bought
this. Is called a roux spoon, and when we were on vacation several weeks ago in New Orleans, we went to a cooking school.
Yeah.
And we had lots of fun, and this was one of the items that they recommended that we get. We love it.
It's a really nice spoon. So yeah, you're just gonna kind of cook this, let the fat render. But in the meantime, we'll and let it get nice and brown. But in the meantime, we're gonna cut up our onions and garlic.
Okay. So here we are. We have this almost cooked. As you can see, it's browning. It's also rendered. I would say about 1/4 of a cup of oil. So you don't really need any extra olive oil in here.
Right.
And the next thing we're going to add is our onions, because you want those to cook, and you're going to chop these in little pieces.
Right.
Like this.
Dice.
Okay, dice.
You're gonna dice it, yeah. So we're just chucking in. We're just chucking in our onions right now. And
I've chopped my garlic as well, but that goes in a little later.
Right.
The onion takes a little longer. You don't want your garlic to burn, because remember,
burnt garlic.
You might as well just throw your pot out.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit while we're getting this stuff ready. As you can see, the water is almost at a boil. Well, it's technically at a boil, but we're not gonna boil it. We're not gonna throw in the pasta just yet because we're gonna wait till the onions saute a little bit. This will take a few minutes. Anyways, I just want to talk more about the origins of this recipe. It comes from my buddy Chris Cretella, alla Cretella, or la Cretella. That's why we call it that. He gave me this recipe. It's really good. It's very fast. It's a quick recipe. Honestly, in the amount that it takes to boil the water and cook the pasta, this sauce will be ready to go. And yeah, it's really good. It's got a lot of good flavors, the onions and the garlic, and the crushed red pepper, which we're going to throw in a little bit once the onions start to get a little clear.
For those people who don't like maybe pork,
right?
I bet you could use turkey bacon.
Maybe.
And try that and see how that would taste.
You kind of need
it's gonna taste a little different,
right,
because it's not the pancetta, but
yeah,
I bet you it would give a pretty good flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, now the next thing we're gonna add.
Yeah.
And you can add as little or as much as you like.
This step
hot pepper flakes, the red pepper
this
flakes.
Stuff technically is optional. It all depends on your heat tolerance. It really gives it something nice when you add it. I'd say maybe a teaspoon.
Oh no.
A teaspoon, not a tablespoon.
No, not
teaspoon's too much.
Still too much.
Still a lot. All right,
yeah.
Fair enough. So you're gonna let this heat bloom, and it blooms with the oil because these spices are oil, or they bloom with oil. Not throwing the garlic now. Yeah, I made this recipe a lot. I could kind of make it with my eyes closed. Although I always end up going back and making sure that we do it right. But yeah, this is a really good quick meal that you can make. Like, takes like 30 minutes. If you like that certain lady's show starts with an RR. She used to do 30-minute meals, and this is definitely one of them, quick one. So now as we got this going, you only need to let it cook for maybe 30 seconds just to let it start to get fragrant. Once you start smelling that garlic and the heat coming from the pepper flakes, that's when you're going to throw in your tomato sauce. Now, I would not recommend using puree. You want to use crushed red tomatoes if you got them.
Yeah, or even diced.
Diced wouldn't be so bad.
Because you want some body thickness to it.
That's for sure. So now we're going to add this. No extra water is needed at this point. And we're just going to kind of mix it around. You can put a little salt in or pepper if you want, but you're getting salt from the pancetta, and you already put the red pepper flakes, so you probably won't need that. And this is it, pretty much. Now we're gonna add the rest of the sauce from the can. Put it on a medium low. Let it cook, and then literally the sauce comes together just as we're gonna throw in our pasta. All right, our water is boiling, and now we're gonna just put it on bucatini. Just do it to whatever the instructions are. Make sure to spin it, of course. Stir it when you first put it in. This will do. And just let that cook. And it's going to be delicious. Also, what you might want to do is you notice that, let's say you're cooking more than just what you're cooking here, because this is a pound. Let's say you're cooking more for some reason, and you need to make that sauce a little thinner to be able to put on multiple, more pasta. You could put a little pasta water at the end once you finish getting this pasta going. You can put a little pasta water in just to thin it out a little bit more.
Okay, our pasta is done. Now we're going to strain it. Okay, so our pasta's drained. This is a lovely pot. If you ever get a chance to buy something like this, it has a self-straining pot. The holes on the top of the cover.
Right.
It locks in.
So another beauty about this recipe is that everything just goes in one pan. You don't gotta put it in a separate serving dish if you don't want. And all you gotta do now is just mix the ronies together with the sauce. You need this one too? That'll help. But yeah, just cover it with all the beauty that it is. And yeah, it looks good. Now you can top this if you want with a little Parmesan or Pecorino Romano, whatever cheese of your choice.
And I just Got a tomato bath.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. You get splatted, just like Splatoon. All right, so here's our pasta alla Cretella. As you can see, there's the pancetta, there's the sauce, there's the tomato stuff. I'm just gonna take a little bit here.
It's hot.
It is hot, and it could be also very spicy as well. You get the nice saltiness and like chewiness from the pancetta, which gives it some salt. You get the nice sweetness from the onion. It's very good. And then of course you get a little heat on the back end depending on how much pepper you're throwing in there. So I have been Pete, or Kenshin1913, along with
Mom.
And this has been another Cooking with Kenshin1913.
Enjoy and happy eating.